It is, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm ready to win, yeah. Refuse, mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked the mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm ready to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great show for y'all today. We're going to be covering the Orlando Magic off season with my bro, Vaughn. What's good?
What it do, bro? Thanks for having me on today. Talk about my boys. You know, I love talking about my guys. Let's get active.
Let's get it. I know you're excited.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
All right. So look, as y'all can tell, we are brothers. All right, just in case you didn't know. But before we get this show started, listen, y'all, I need some favors from y'all. I need y'all to go to 3 platforms: Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We are streaming this live on all 3 platforms. We need y'all to like the videos on all 3 platforms, share the videos on all 3 platforms, also follow and subscribe on all 3 platforms. Use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. We're going to throw them on the screen. Obviously, if they make sense, you will. If they don't make sense, you might skip through it. All right. And then listen, we got these Instagram chats. I was just about to say, Tomo, talk about those IG chats. But as you can tell, my 2 guys not here, Tomo and Dave, couldn't make it today, but they will be here tomorrow, God willing. But look, if you're on Instagram, you like debating, you want to get the updates on news on different sports. You know, you got your Wojcic's, you got your Shams, you got your Chris Haynes, you got ESPN, you got all these Bleacher Report, you got all these different people that give out these notifications. Listen, if you want the news first, any breaking news, if it's free agency moves, people getting released, people opting out in their contract, opting into their contract, people getting traded, anything off the field, domestic violence from a player, some craziness. You want to get that news first? Get into these chats right here. All right, we do NBA/WNBA, NFL, MLB. Shout out to Baseball with Teddy. We'll get to that soon. NCAA football, NCAA basketball. Also, we do NCAA women's basketball. Also, then we have combat sports. We have mostly boxing, MMA, and you have your wrestling. All right. So any news, any updates, you get it first through these Instagram chats. Also, with these Instagram chats, you can debate. Listen, man, we debate on the show all the time. A lot of our topics it gets stirred up in the chat first, and we bring it to the show. And a lot of times, whatever is on the show, we bring it back to the chat, especially Javon. Javon is famous for doing that. All right. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Refuse to Lose Sports, or you can just put your name, your IG name, IG handle now is what they call it, in the comment section, or you can actually just DM us straight up. You can DM me, Tomo, Dave, even Vaughn, right? Vaughn has a parlay chat that he runs. All right. So if you want to be a part of those chats, just hit us up. Let us know what check we'll be on. We'll put you in that. So Vaughn, once again, you on. For those who didn't hear you talk about it, I want you to talk about your experience with these chats.
Man, the chats is where it's at, and that's a fact. Everybody in there always got something to bring to the table. It's entertaining. It's you learn, and it's just a good place, man. If you're having a bad day, you can go up in the chat, and all your miseries go away. If you love sports, I know a lot of people I talk to on a daily basis. They don't. I don't understand what they're talking about when it comes to sports, but in these chats, we got guys that really know they sports, guys that play, guys that coached. You know, I've learned so much about baseball from being in the baseball chat. Like, so if you definitely tap into the chats and get you some knowledge and have some fun as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Same with me with baseball. And look, the door is open, guys. If you want to be on the show, this is one of them shows that we let anybody come on, all right, and talk their sports knowledge. So the door is open, but we prefer you into these chats first so we can get a feel for who you are before we put you live on the show. All right. So next up, we got baseball with Teddy. Listen, man, Teddy is doing his thing over there with the baseball content. If you love baseball, big baseball fan, if you a casual baseball fan, if you like myself and Vaughn, you know, just tapping into it. You know, we're fans, but we know we're learning as we go. Tune in to BWT Baseball with Teddy. All right. All the baseball content through Refusal Sports goes through BWT. 3 episodes are uploaded 3 days a week. All right. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the next episode. The last episode they put out over the weekend was a great episode. All right. We had Jovan on there. Shout out to Jovan. Not Jovan, but Jovan being on there for the 3rd time. Red Sox fans. Sorry, Teddy, they swept the Yankees. All right. Shout out to the Red Sox. All right. And then you had Dave Dollars, who co-hosts the show.
Turn me up.
There you go.
Up.
Made his debut of BWT on that episode, and then we had a guy named Gene, right, first time being on the show, any show, and on BWT last episode. Make sure you guys check it out. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show because Javon about to spit some knowledge. Y'all want to know more about Orlando? Tune in. And Paulo, tune in. So Vaughn, first we're gonna kick off with this. NBA season is over now, and Denver Nuggets are NBA champions. Orlando failed to make the play-in. All right, but y'all had a lot of young guys on your team that wasn't expected to make the playoffs, I would say. So Vaughn, just give me a recap of y'all season.
Okay, Joe. Before I go, let me just acknowledge Carl right quick because he wanted a little attention before I even start talking about what I gotta say. Lord.
Oh, you reading the comments? Go ahead.
I got you. Oh Lord, about to hear how the Magic about to win the chip next year. Come on, man. Just worry about Thursday, because that's your day, okay? We got big things to do. Y'all still figuring things out. All right. So last year was really about injuries, rotations, and experience. I'm gonna leave with those 3 things. Okay. We started the year off without a starting point guard. Our starting point guard was Jalen Suggs. We started with Jalen Suggs, Terrence Ross, Paulo France, and I believe Wendell Carter. Eventually, we put Bo into the lineup, and we started playing positionless ball. However, you know, due to a lot of injuries, we started the season 5-25.
Mm-hmm. One of the worst starts, right?
One of the worst starts. I mean, we lost our first 5 games. It was bad. I'm not gonna lie. We was hurt. It was bad. Eventually, you know, guys came back and we started picking it up, and we ended up finishing the season 29-23 after starting 5-25. So we finished the season with a winning record, which is a bright sign. You know, we had our Coach Mosley, Jamal Mosley, is his 2nd year coaching, so he's a young coach as well. We really don't have that many veterans. The veteran that we had that was playing a lot was Terrence Ross. We traded him at the trade deadline in Phoenix. So we had a lot of inexperienced guys, and it was really a year of learning. Like every game you'll see the growth. We had I believe like an 8-game win streak. We beat the Celtics 3 times straight. I mean, I think we beat the Raptors 3 times straight. So we've shown that we have the ability to be a good team. It's just a very inconsistent young team. You know, last year I had high hopes for us, but a lot of injuries derailed us. And when you have a young team that's not that experienced, you can't go through things like that. Like you have to be healthy for the most part. Kind of how y'all were last year, Joe. Y'all was pretty healthy for the most part. And so last year we fell short of the play-in. However, Paulo did win Rookie of the Year. He put everybody on notice of how great he can be, even though the national media, I can't remember not one time they even talked about him, unless he was like him getting the Rookie of the Year award or getting drafted. I mean, we played the Pistons first game, and you had this year's number 1 pick and last year's number 1 pick, and they didn't even say nothing about it. So,
Right.
before I even go further, next year when we cook, Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, name somebody else for me, Joe. That
Nick
we
Wright.
doing. Nick Wright. I don't want to hear y'all talking about us. I'm calling y'all out right now. And if I hear y'all, I'm gonna bring this back up, and I'm reminding people that y'all only talk about what's hot. Y'all can't predict nobody being great before they're great, and I'm calling y'all out on that right now. So
I will say Kevin Wiles from First Thing First. He rooting for y'all. He called
I
y'all
know
the
that
Frisky Magic.
that was he did until we ain't get shot, and then he started hating on us.
That's true.
We ain't get shot. So yeah, he on my list too, Joe. I ain't gonna lie.
That's true. Go ahead. You want to take a name?
No, like I'm really like that was bad for me. Like you can't like you got a guy like Paulo, and he doesn't get no shine, and he took notice of that as well. But however, as the season progressed, Markel Fultz was a big surprise. He played most of the games that he was helped, like that he was able to play this year. I think he played 60 plus games or 50 plus, something like that. So that's a bright sign for us. Cole Anthony embracing his role off the bench was a positive for us as well this year. I love to see that. I think that's going to pay heavy dividends going forward. Another guy I feel like that got a lot of experience and showed a lot that a lot of people they probably don't know much about him is Jalen Suggs. He's an excellent two-way player. I mean, he has his game is really good to the point he has no weakness really. I mean, he can handle the ball pretty well. He can shoot. He can finish. He's a good defender. He's strong. He's just not super elite at nothing on offense really, but he's a solid player, and I feel like he's going to help us really turn the tables next year. But this year, like I said, was all about learning. Our coach learned, our team learned. They grew. We fought through injuries. We figured out our rotations. Bo found his way outside the rotations. I'm kind of curious to see how he's going to be used going forward. I didn't like that, to be honest, because he had potential to be most improved player of the year this year if he would have kept his minutes, because he was like top 3 in blocks or something like that when he was actually playing. So his development is something that I'm really looking forward to, and just the development of my squad. And this year was really that. It was really everybody in the league noticed it. I mean, you had Jimmy Butler. He was saying like every time, like it's different. Draymond Green even saying like it's different now when you play the Magic. It's like Trae Young, they in the game. They know they can win, and they actually can win. So we here, and last year was all about learning, and hopefully next year it's going to be all about what we learned and putting it on the floor.
Would you say not the exact same player, but I know you said something about like Jalen Suggs, like he's good in a lot of things, but he's not really great in like nothing for real. Would you compare him to like somebody like a Josh Hart?
I would actually. That's a great comparison. Only thing I think that's different with him and Josh Hart, I think his offense, his moves are just a little better than Josh Hart's.
Josh Hart is more known for his offensive rebounding.
Yeah.
But Josh Hart plays hard. Like kind of like Jalen Suggs. He's like that guy that you want part of your core, not core, but he's that role player that you want on your team for a championship team. All right, cool. So now we're gonna dip and dab into like which your predictions, what y'all will do as far as the draft, free agency, etc. But before we talk about we fill in the picture, let's get the big picture first. So, what are your expectations for Orlando Magic 2023-2024 season?
Playoffs. I expect us to make the playoffs next year. I don't expect us to, what Carl say, win the chip. I mean, that's a drastic thing. I do expect us to get into the playoffs and be competitive. be a sneaky team that can knock somebody off possibly. We have the pieces, we have the size, we have the player in Paulo, which I feel like next year he's going to be his top 5 year. So he shows everybody that he's going to be a top 5 player this year, and he is a top 5 player.
Stop the cap.
And I just think that, yeah, man, last year was a lot of injuries. I don't see us going through that again. Everybody know their role. Everybody love each other. I mean, we have a young team that embraces the challenge of getting better, the grind, and that's all our coach preaches. I know last year I was hard on our coach because I was watching games and I just see things that, you know, that he could have done better. But I had to remember this is his second year coaching, and he has young players out there as well, so they're messing up as well, and it's just a learning experience for everybody. So this year I think it's definitely going to be a playoff and a playoff berth. I don't think we're gonna make the play in. I think we're gonna be a top 5, top 6 seed.
Stop the cap.
We're his fan in the producing seat.
Hey, they traded they best player and put a loft in the stadium after that.
So look, I do want to say something quick before you continue. Like you see, you have a second year coach, right? Young team, and a lot of times, like you said, people feel like you said, they play Orlando. It's a tough game, right? It's gonna be a tough game, all that stuff. So for those who don't know, I'm a Sacramento Kings fan, right? And one thing Mike Brown said, right? He got interviewed about like what was the magic change? He said it was a coach from St. Mary's. I forgot what's his name. He knew that he came in there when St. Mary's was trash. He knew he was going to turn it around because he knew that they were going to get the right prospects and all that stuff. But he said one thing I would change is by having my players believe more early. So he gave an example. He said like Sacramento, it's times when like every time probably like when the game is going back and forth, Sacramento is winning, but then it's the crunch time and the other team, like the Warriors, would be like, man, it's Sacramento. We about to win. And then Sacramento more like, dang, this is Warriors. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Right.
like a lot of like 15 to 18 games around there are decided in those little moments like that, which could change your whole season. So I think that's where y'all at. Like people probably look at y'all like, oh, this Orlando. You know, no matter how good y'all playing, and then they might turn up on y'all. So if y'all coach can instill that belief into y'all squad, all the 12-man roster, then y'all will close out on close games y'all got, and that can make or break if that y'all playoff team or not next year.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I feel like we there though. We're at the point where we do believe that we can get there. I mean, we pulled the Trae Young soon the finals was over. Everybody was tweeting, we there. We got y'all magic. We're going to put y'all on. We here. And even like I said, Paulo, our leader, he's the guy that's leading the charge. And I mean, he's a 6'10", 250-plus guy that can do it all. That's the prototypical best player in the league now. Like a bigger guy that can do it all. So we have everything we need, man. And like we said, last year we beat ourselves a lot. And we not going. I don't see us doing that again. We settle a lot for threes. As I was, you watch I mean, everybody that watch games, I advise you to also listen to the press conferences after, because you will learn a lot about your team that way. And after every game, all I kept hearing was how they grew. Like guys saying things like Paulo, he's saying, I'm realizing like, yeah, I can just score, but I gotta control the boards. I gotta do this. It's other things rather than just me scoring. And as the season progressed, you saw more guys having 20-point games because guys like anybody can have the game. We just trying to win. And it's a one team, one goal thing. And that's why I say playoffs, because only you got the Celtics, the Sixers, you got the Celtics,
Bucks.
Sixers, the Bucks. And then, I mean, everybody else is beatable, We got guys, I mean, the Cavs, they were a solid team in the regular season. I think they had like 51 wins. However, I think we beat them twice last year or something like that. So I think we can match it with any team because we have the size to match it with anybody. I mean, we probably the tallest team in the league, to be honest. So, like that's like playoffs next year, Joe. You can book it, man.
So top 6 seed, Paulo being the top 5 player. Those are two things I got. I'm gonna use that. Paulo top 5, top 6 seed in the playoffs in the East.
Yes, sir.
No player. All right, cool.
I'm
So
not.
look,
Yeah,
let's talk about how y'all gonna make that happen. The NBA drive is Thursday. Y'all think you're the only team that got 2 lottery picks.
hmm
So let's start with that. Like, what do you expect from the NBA draft?
To be honest, man, I don't even want the 6th pick. I want Zach Levine. Okay, let me start with that.
Okay.
And because I don't think there's no one at value that we would need from the 6th pick. Like, I really like our starting 5. Let me take that back, Joe. I'm sorry. I don't like Gary Harris starting 4.
Okay.
So that would lead me right into I would keep the 11th pick if
Hold on,
unless we
quick.
got
Let's do that. Let's just talk about the whole package: free agency, trade, and all in
okay.
one and draft. Go
All
ahead.
right, bet. All
I know you're going with that.
right. So I don't even want the number 6. You know, I ain't gonna say I don't want it. I'm gonna just say I don't see nobody there at 6 that we urgently need. We urgently need a scorer, a guy that's gonna fill it up at the two guard position. Like that's why I said Zach Levine. I hear they trying to shop him. Y'all can have a number 6 pick, and a couple of other guys up with it, and because we got a lot of young guys, and we can make it happen. We get Zach Levine at the 2. That'll have us, give us our 11th pick still, and I like 2 players from 11th pick for 11th pick, Joe. The kid from Kansas, Grady Dick,
Okay.
6'8" shooter. He has good size. He's a smart basketball player. I like him.
Y'all
He don't
eyeing
do
him
too
too, I
much.
think.
I believe so. He don't do too much with the ball. He really, he's an excellent basketball player, and that's what we need. I think he would be a great role player for our team. And another guy, Taylor Hendricks. Yeah, 6'9". You know what I'm talking about. We
I know
eyeing
you're
him
talking
too.
about. That's what I want.
No, that'll be great for y'all. I'm not gonna lie. That'll
You
be great for y'all
got to
because
trade
he's a
up, though.
shot blocker. And what I love about him the most, yes, is the catch and shooting. That's what we need. We need more shooting. Our guys can shoot, but we don't have a lot of efficient shooters. Last year our rookie
Mhm.
Caleb Houston, he didn't get that much time, but yeah, I agree, Ty. The kid from Hawkins, he's a good shooter too from UConn. I'm not gonna, but the 6'8" height gives you a better advantage because you can see over the defense. So I like I like I really would take Grady Dick over Hendricks just because he's a better shooter, but I would take either one to be honest. And Gary Harris can go, Joe. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being hard on the guy but he's
You're
supposed to be
done,
our
son.
shooter. He's supposed to be our shooter. He shot 5 threes a game last year. He only made 2, and it's like that's not enough from your shooter. You know, you need to be hitting. You need to be hitting like three plus for me. If you want to be my shooter, And he did shoot 43% from 3. However, I don't think he impacted no games for real. He probably had one game really where he lit it up and impacted the game for real. His defense slowed down a bit. He had he's been injured a lot in his career, so he's not as athletic as he was in the past. He doesn't have that spring, that bounce. So I would move Jalen Suggs to the 2, start him if we don't end up getting nobody else like a Levine. Oh, it's another sneaky player, which it's kind of a reach, but it may can happen.
Okay. Listen.
Jordan Poole.
Okay. Okay.
Draymond trying to come back. Everybody blamed the last year turmoil on, they ain't had
Okay.
that chemistry no more because of that. Jordan Poole got paid. He ain't show up last year. He's taking bad shots too, like things like that. Why not give him a new scene in Orlando? I give you number 6 pick. If for Levine or him, I would trade number 6 and 11. Like I don't see no value in this draft for us, really, to be honest.
I got
I
you.
think we're set as far as our young talent. We really need to pick up some veterans, guys don't even need to play that much, to be honest. Like a guy like Wesley Matthews, just a guy with some playoff experience, a guy that's been in the league for a while. He's a two-way player, so he can help on the defensive end as far as like just teaching guys the defensive pedigree that you should have, to be a champion, to be a playoff team. A guy like Taj Gibson, he's been around for a while. He doesn't even have to play, but he's a guy that knows about that grit, that hustle, that extra effort you need, to be a solidified playoff team. A guy like Iggy, pick up Iggy, just have him on the bench, a guy, that can mentor our guys. So, I mean, I even like Joe Ingles, from the Bucks, picking him up, let him play with us because he's a guy that he's smart. He has a lot of experience, and he know how to play the game right. So I think if we give up the number 6 pick and we can get Zach LaVine or Jordan Poole, a guy that can fill it up at the 2, then that'll really put us over the edge. And we definitely going to the playoffs if we get somebody like that.
Now, I'm looking at your contract situation, right? Jalen Suggs, Franz Wagner. I mean, we already know he ain't going nowhere. Right. Cole Anthony. They all got team options. All right. So, is it like a lock to you that they're gonna re-sign all of them when we pick up all the options?
Well, I know for sure France ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's your number 2.
Yeah, Cole Anthony is the one. To be honest, I don't think they would get rid of those guys because our group is we're a close knit group, and that's what we feed off. We feed off each other, and everybody plays well together, and nobody is like crying over shots or nothing like that. Everybody gets along, so I think those 3 guys are good. A guy that I would want to get rid of is Jonathan Isaac, if it can, because I'm just tired of the experiment now, Joe. Like, come on, man. The first time I saw you, I thought you was him, because just on the defensive end alone.
And when he came back, he was looking good.
And when he came back, he's looking good, and then he goes down again. So
yeah,
it's just like, come on, man. And he got a contract, So that's a guy that I could definitely get rid of. But we got guys like Chuma Okeke. He's a young guy.
Yeah, he has a team option too.
Yeah, and I could see him getting let go, to be honest, because he has injury problems as well.
Javon, y'all listen, y'all got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the team with team options this year. So y'all can free up a lot of cap space this year for Zach LaVine. And on top of that, y'all can trade away people like Gary Harris, who's on an expiring contract this year. Bobo, I think Bobo's getting traded, Javon.
Sad to say.
I think he's getting traded, even though he's not making that much. But because like you got Michael Carter Williams, come on now, like y'all really gonna bring him back? Now,
no, they said they're gonna bring him back.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you about this person, Mo Wagner. His contract is up, so he's a free agent. So what do you feel about him?
I like Mo. The main reason why he's there is because his brother. That's him and Franz, their brother. So I think they're gonna probably try to keep that together, to be honest. I really think we're gonna come back with majority of the same team. Only thing that would change is one of our draft picks and like a Levine or somebody like that. But I think we're gonna run it back. Like, unless we pick up like some vets, like I'm asking for some vets to sit on the bench and help mentor and things like that. But I think Me personally, I wouldn't be mad if he leave, to be honest. But I just think they'll try to keep the brothers together because he did play good out off the bench for us.
He did.
He just a little do a lot of stupid fouls at times, like that Pistons game when he got punched. Like, come on, bro.
Bruh.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but Gary Harris is definitely movable because he got an expiring contract. A lot of teams that's on there who trying to make a run, not this year, but next year, like the Wizards, somebody like that, they love to
Bruh.
pick up contracts like Gary Harris quick. They love to pick up contracts like Gary Harris because
yeah,
he expired and he can shoot. He can shoot. So
yeah.
and Jonathan Isaac, he got 2 more years left.
Sucks. I mean, we're gonna see. Yeah, I would do that, Tomo, for sure. Book it.
So, do you have any free agents in mind y'all can go get to fill out your roster, or you think y'all good where y'all at? Y'all just need to add someone like a Zach Levine.
Yeah, I think we good. We at. We just need to add like a Zach and like I said, some of them guys I named as far as vets. Cause that's what we
Yeah,
need. We
yeah,
need some
yeah,
voices.
yeah, you did say that.
Cause we got a fairly young team. Like we need guys that. I mean, you hear people like Wendell Carter, who's probably one of the older guys on the team, say stuff like, we gotta. I'm trying to lead these young guys. I don't understand that. Every game is like we trying to learn how to become a playoff team. Like you gotta, and that's all I kept hearing everybody on the team say. So that's why I'm expecting nothing but the playoffs, nothing less.
Yeah, you got a good free agent class this year. Not good, but got some people out there like a Jeremy Grant. You know what I mean? Jeremy Grant is out there. Um, that's a vet right there. Harris
Nah,
Barnes
Joe.
gonna be a free agent.
Nah, Joe.
Harris,
Not Jeremy Grant. He be wanting to get buckets.
Vucevic is out there. You want to make a reunion?
Bruh.
Chicago keep him. Just give us Levine.
No boy, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Give us Levine.
Yeah,
I can keep him.
yeah. So I mean, yeah. I think that's what y'all need. Though. I think every young team needs those vets
Yes.
around them that's going to teach them how to be professionals, do the right thing. I think Harrison Barnes helped us in that. Helped us how to, when you get into the gym, be a professional.
Right.
Like executing off the court. You feel me, right? So preparing yourself for the game, and when y'all do make the playoffs, y'all need somebody that got some experience. Because, like you said, y'all coach is unexperienced too, as far as being a head coach. I'm not sure what his background is as an assistant
He
coach.
last was with the Mavericks.
The
With
Mavericks.
Carlisle. Yeah.
Okay. So he got some playoff experience as an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, y'all poised to do something big though. Y'all GM just working his magic, right? For real, I got
Yeah.
$2 pays, all these team options I can make a decision on, and y'all got
Yeah.
some expiring contracts I can give away.
That's a fact though, Joe. This is our GM has he got to do some things. Spotlight on him right now. We're gonna see what he do.
I will say this: if y'all give up, y'all gonna get Zach Levine, you might gotta give up Markel. He also has an expired contract this year.
I'd rather give up Cole Anthony. I'm not gonna lie.
I know that's your boy, Markel.
Markel, man. Let's give Markel some love, man. Markel battling injury, man. They call him the bus. Coming back this year, and he balls, man. Legit on defense. He got highlight dunks. He windmill like twice this year. So he's back, man. He's making a statement. So be ready for him next year. And Joe, I ain't forget you and Ty. Him versus Halliburton. We ain't forget
What you mean?
who had better vision.
Oh, okay.
You ain't forget. Yeah, my man gonna have a full season next year.
Listen, that's Ty guy. He gonna have a better vision all he want. Ty got to defend that man, not going for it. We gave up his rights. All right, cool. So, all right, let's talk about awards, accolades for your team. Like making some predictions on accolades for like individual players, team wise. Floor is yours.
All right. I forgot to mention when I said we're gonna make the playoffs. I think we're gonna win at least 45 plus games.
Okay.
Not the cap.
Forgot to mention that. Last year we won 34 after starting 5-25. So next year I think we're gonna have somebody on our team win most improved player of the year.
Okay.
Either it's gonna be like Paulo, it's gonna be if we keep Bo, or it's gonna be some Markel Fultz, or even Franz Wagner. I think we're gonna have somebody on our team win most improved player of the year for sure. Another award that's with us, I think my man Cole Anthony got this on lock. He gonna have this on lock next year because he really embracing his role. That's sixth man of the year. I know you got your boy over there, Joe. You know, but my man, he don't just score; he do it all. You know what I'm saying? He a heavy rebounder at the guard position. He's picked up his assist this year, so I really like what I see out of him. Another award, it possibly can happen, especially if you win 45 plus games, even especially if you win 50 games. That's coach of the year. From last year, not making a play in, if you win 45 plus, I think that should have somebody in the conversation for coach of the year.
Yeah, top 4 seed.
Yeah. So you got most improved is for Cade. Sorry, Carl, he gotta stay healthy first. So my last award, I think Paulo will make an All NBA team this year. I'm not sure if it's gonna be first, second, or third, but I think he will make one of them for sure. I mean,
if he's top 5, he should be first team.
Hey, I ain't say nothing.
First or second, because he a forward, so he battling with some big dogs.
Yeah, but he got some. He is a big dog, So let's get
My
it.
guy, you in the doghouse.
All right, so Paulo All NBA. I'm waiting on the sound effects today. So Paulo All NBA, Cole Anthony sixth man of the year, Franz Wagner. I'm looking at when you say most improved. I'm also gonna see him. I don't think they really give rookies on a sophomore year most improved unless it's like a tremendous jump. Paulo averaged 20 last year. I mean, if he averaged 28, it's gonna be like, all right, we're not gonna give it to him because he averaged 20. Like 20 is unreal for a rookie. So I can see Franz Wagner. If somebody does win it, I can see somebody like a Franz Wagner win that jump. So, all right, and 45 wins plus and coach of the year.
Yeah.
I think if y'all get a coach of the year, y'all gotta be a 4 seed.
Yeah.
Not 4.
And a lot of people didn't know that in March, Paulo was hurt. He I think it's something in his shoulder, so in the shooting arm. So he shot like 3% from 3-point range, like literally 3% from 3-point range in March, and we lost a lot of games that month. So he got a lot to rectify for, and he coming next year. So be ready. Hey, top 5. Anybody want to holler at me about that? You know where I'm at, and that's the chat.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Y'all heard it here first. Paulo top 5. Paulo top 5. All right. So before we wrap this up, all right, let's get these announcements over, and I'm gonna get you your last word. So look, y'all. Orlando Magic. Javon's predicting that they're going to be a playoff team, and they're going to win a good amount of accolades. I mean, if y'all, like I said, y'all win top 4, y'all top 4, y'all should win coach of the year because where y'all came from. So I would say that. And y'all a young team. All right, so do me a favor if you're watching this. Go to 3 different platforms: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We are streaming this on all 3 of those platforms. Make sure you go on all 3, like the video, share the video, follow and subscribe the page, channel, etc. Appreciate y'all for using our comment section. Shout out to all y'all that's been consistent in the comments. Top 5 what figures jeans.
He top 5 in that too.
So shout out to all y'all being in the comment section. We appreciate y'all. Y'all are LIT lit like always. Appreciate y'all. And then look, we are on Instagram, y'all. If you want to be a part of the Refuse to Lose community, we can just add you to one of our Instagram chats. listen, you got all different platforms that give you news and stuff early, but guess what? You want the news before that, like injury updates, free agency trade, like all the stuff like Vaughn just said about what Orlando might do. If it happens, you're gonna hear it first in the chat. All right. So we got NBA/WNBA, NFL, MLB. Shout out to Teddy, NCAA football, basketball, and women's college basketball, boxing, MMA, wrestling, all combat sports. So if you want to be a part of any of these chats, you can follow us on I Refuse to Lose Sports on Instagram. You can DM us at Refuse to Lose Sports on Instagram, or you can just put there it is. Shout out to James Brown. Or you can just put your Instagram name in the comment section and let us know which chat you want to be a part of, if not all. All right. And I forgot to mention this. We have a special chat called R2L chat. It's a refuse to lose chat. That chat is only open to those who's been on the show. All right. Yeah. And then a lot of things happen in that chat. It gets ugly in there. All right. If we got a sense we in one of the other chats and it's about to get crazy, we bring it to the refuse to lose chat, because we don't want you guys to get scared away. All right. And opportunities presents itself over there. Give you an example. Teddy came on the show, was in the refuse to lose chat. Guess what? He has his own show within refuse to lose sports. So a lot of opportunities come within being in the R2L chat. We do all NBAs, we do best receivers, power rankings. You can have a vote if you're part of the R2L chat. And speaking of Ted, before we do that, Javon, once again, all right, give your experiences so far in the R2L chat and all the other Instagram chats.
Man, the chats, like I say, man, Joe said it. Everybody that talk about the chat said it's lit, man. It's fun. You learn. You get to go back and forth. No hard feelings. That's the best part to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is what Joe said earlier. I love to watch. Like if I miss a show live, I will go back and watch the show, and I like to go in the chat and cause trouble. That's what I love to do. I love it. I every time I hear the slightest something that I don't agree with, I blow it up. And it's just fun and just the debating part is just so fun, man. If you scared, not scared, but if you're not a big fan of getting on shows and things like that, man, just get on the chat and debate that way. And trust me, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, and that actually rubbed off on me that watching the show and getting on the chat. I know you did. I said, let me try this real quick. Let me go in the chat and say something real quick. But it's fun, man. It's kind of like I said it before. It's like imagine going down like in the hotel hallway. And in each room, there's a separate sports conversation going on. All right. And at any time of the day, it's times we had debates going on at 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 11 p.m., midnight, 12 noon, no matter what time of the day it is, you got some action going on for our sports talk. And if you miss it, guess what? You can always go in the chat. And I do that all the time. Like, it's like midnight, I go in the NFL chat and I'm just laughing at all the voice messages and it's a great environment, and it's a family environment. Like Vaughn said, no hard feelings. Everybody's looking out for each other. So it's long you talk about my mama. You good. All right. So, and we talked about baseball. Listen, y'all, if you are a baseball fan, I'm talking about diehard baseball fan, casual baseball fan, somebody that just want to learn about baseball. BWT is where it's at. Teddy, shout out to Teddy. Teddy is running all the baseball content through Refuse to Lose Sports. 3 episodes are uploaded 3 days a week on YouTube and Facebook. All right. So this is not a live show. This is actually something you can just go watch on your own. You ain't gotta put no time on you go and watch on your own. All right. So Teddy's doing an awesome job at that. The numbers are growing all right. I think he actually has some of the top videos on a weekly basis. If you look at the numbers on a weekly basis, the BWT videos are like on the top of the charts for all Refuse to Lose. So once again, shout out to Teddy, BWT, Baseball with Teddy. There's like a little delay. I had to clap a little early. When I went back and watched it, I was all on. All right, so shout out to Teddy. All right, so Vaughn, let's get some last words. You came in here, you talked about Orlando Magic. You guys had a young team last year. Well, now you got some experience under your belt as far as the regular season. You're promising that they're going to be a playoff team next year. And I know you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan also. All right, so go ahead and give your last words for the show.
Well, you know, Orlando Magic, stand up. We here. All season, you know, we got the draft coming up Thursday. Hopefully we can make a trade with that number 6 pick and get us some offensive firepower because we lack nothing else really. That's just the main thing. We need just somebody that's a little more explosive at scoring, and that's a shooter. And that's like a Zach LaVine, Jordan Poole, a guy like that. And let's get it, man. Playoffs next year. Apollo top 5. Let's go. Steelers. We here. I think like a week or two, you might see your boy there. What's a Cowboys fan doing? That's crazy. Come on, man.
Yeah, week 2?
No, I said I think we go Latrobe for our training camp.
Okay.
So I said y'all might see your boy down there because I want to see some hit. And we got a young team there too. Definitely got some more vets on the Steelers. But next year we back as a force in the AFC North. We can actually throw a punch rather than just take the punches.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. So look, it was a great show today. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all at the next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.